Before the world as we know it teetered on the edge of chaos. Empires rose and fell, nations were born in blood, and decisions made in shadowy rooms changed the lives of millions. One wrong alliance, one misstep, could ignite wars that swallowed continents. The story of international politics is not just dates and treaties. It's betrayal, greed, survival, and the unrelenting struggle for power. And what you are about to see will reveal the hidden forces that shaped the fate of humanity itself. From the earliest days of human civilization, politics was never confined to borders. Ancient empires like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley understood that power was not only about armies and resources but also about relationships. Treaties, alliances, and trade agreements were the first forms of international politics, shaping the fate of entire civilizations. Kings and rulers negotiated marriages, trade routes, and military support, realizing that survival often depended on cooperation as much as conquest. In these early interactions, we can already see the seeds of modern diplomacy. Negotiation, compromise, and the delicate balance between trust and suspicion. As centuries passed, the concept of the nation-state began to emerge. The Peace of Westphalia in 1648, ending the 30 Years' War in Europe, is often cited as the foundation of the modern international system. For the first time, the sovereignty of states was recognized, and borders became formalized. This era saw the birth of embassies, professional diplomats, and structured negotiation, setting the stage for more systematic international relations. Power was no longer only about brute force. Influence, strategic marriages, and economic leverage became tools of statecraft. The world was learning to operate not just in chaos but in structured dialogue. Colonization and global power shifts. The 18th and 19th centuries witnessed a dramatic expansion of international politics through imperialism and colonization. European powers, Britain, France, Spain, and later Germany, extended their reach across continents. International politics became intertwined with commerce, resources, and global dominance. Conflicts were no longer local, they were global, and diplomacy became a high-stakes game where even distant colonies affected European strategies. At the same time, non-European powers like the Ottoman Empire, China, and Japan also navigated this complex web, attempting to preserve sovereignty while engaging with an increasingly interconnected world. The 20th century redefined international politics entirely. The First and Second World Wars highlighted the devastating consequences of unchecked nationalism, militarism, and alliances. Diplomacy evolved to prevent catastrophe, giving birth to global institutions like the League of Nations and later the United Nations. The concept of international law gained new importance, with treaties addressing human rights, conflict resolution, and the prevention of aggression. Diplomacy now had to balance national interests with global stability, acknowledging that the fate of one nation could reverberate worldwide. After 1945, international politics entered the era of ideological confrontation. The United States and the Soviet Union emerged as superpowers, representing capitalism and communism, respectively. The world was divided into spheres of influence, and diplomacy became a game of strategy, deterrence, and proxy wars. Nuclear weapons added a terrifying dimension, making negotiation, summits, and intelligence more crucial than ever. Alliances such as NATO and the Warsaw Pact formalized these divides, while non-aligned movements tried to navigate between competing ideologies. International politics had evolved into a high-stakes chessboard, where every move could shift the global balance. Today, international politics faces challenges unimagined by previous generations. Globalization, climate change, cyber warfare, and transnational terrorism have transformed diplomacy. States are now interconnected through technology, trade, and global institutions, yet sovereignty and national interest remain powerful forces. Modern diplomacy is a blend of traditional negotiation, economic strategy, and multilateral problem-solving. The evolution of international politics shows a constant tension between cooperation and competition, proving that while the players and tools change, the fundamental quest for security, influence, and survival remains the same. The story continues, shaping the world we live in today and the world we hope to create tomorrow.